Hey, how you going? Hopefully you've been getting something out of the couple of videos that I've put up recently after a bit of a hit ice. I'm just going to talk about something that I've done, most people do, um, and I just want to sort of call it out. It's not a bad thing. It's just something we do, um, and even I've done it, and I sometimes struggle to understand why I've done it. What I'm talking about is really, you need help. You need to do something to get some help. You'll do the first step, which maybe these days it's pretty easy to do the first step because a lot of times it's an online form, and then waiting for somebody else to get back to you. It's doing that. Yeah, look, I want to do. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I try and run a men's group, and we have a lot of people that turn up. A lot of people that register, like to join, want to do this, do that first step. I then have a conversation with them, sort of like, yeah, keen as mustard, and that's all fine. And then I don't see them, don't hear from them, or anything like that again. Um, and I think that's a shame, because a lot of times that first step is a good step, but it's not enough of a step, because a lot of times you do need to talk some things out. I think probably one meeting or two meetings I've seen, that is enough. And then you can sort of decide whether you want to keep on going. But that first step is sometimes not enough. And I sort of think it's one of those things. There's also this timing thing and stuff. And then we start to have this voice inside us says, "You're all right. You don't need to do this. You're fine. Why are you going along with that?" Or we talk to other people and they say, just have a chat to me about what's going on. And I think once or twice I've talked about real conversations, and it's very easy to sort of fall into that trap that you're having a real conversation when actually you're just going through the treadmill again and again and again, and you're not actually moving forward. So I think for all those people out there who've taken that first step, absolutely should be applauded. That is sometimes the hardest part, but I'm actually finding these days that because of the way we make those first steps very, very gentle, the hardest part is actually doing the the second to last step, which is the turning up. Because a lot of times we'll have something where we will have a chat. Yeah, oh yeah, want to do this, want to learn. I just want to be a part of a group. And I use my example of the growth rooms that I sort of am a part of. Oh, I want to be part of it. Want to be there. I think it'll be really good. I think it's great what you're doing. And then we never see them again. So something's happened in that space where they've talked to somebody or they've had cold feet. But the part that I feel sort of disappointed, and it's the same for me. I've done this as well, especially when I was starting to do this. Um, you don't hear from them, and I've been part of these growth rooms now for probably 3, nearly 4 years. So I've seen quite a few people come in, and I know that they've got big things. They don't suddenly go away just because you've done a first step. Um, and they don't go away just because you've reached out and had a little conversation. They go, unless you're off. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe that first step is enough then for them to find something else, or they go see somebody, counsellor, psychologist, whatever. And that might be the first step, coming to us and having a positive experience by us saying, yeah, look, that's fine. Do come along. It's a very relaxed atmosphere. Do what you need to. That might have been enough for them to sort of say, actually, I realise I need more. I need more than just going to see guys group and maybe just having a chat. I need to do more than that. So, kudos to them that they take it another step and sort of say, actually, I need a bit more than that. And that's great. But I think for those people that go in, if you've helped somebody take that first step, make sure you follow up with them and help them take the next step, even if it's so long as even going along with them, so that they come along. I think every part of the journey is very important for us to make sure that people have support. And I think we need to make sure that we don't just sort of say, okay, did you ring up? Yep. Okay. You're gone. You're done. You're on your way. Fantastic. We need to sort of continue to make sure that every step is still celebrated. Every step is still moving forward. Every step is just checked in to sort of make sure that they are doing what they said they would do or that they wanted to do, and that they are doing those sort of things. So I think for a lot of people, I don't understand it myself when I do it, because I do that as well. I will sort of say, oh yeah, I want to go and do that, and then I see the person's ringing me back, and I get cold feet, and I'm like, shit, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to bare my soul. I'm probably a crackpot, or I'm some weird nut job that they don't want to talk about and stuff like that. And I can tell you from being on the other side, since I'm on both sides, I'm never thinking that. I'm actually thinking, oh, I hope they come along, because I'm sure they've actually got something to share. They've got life experiences that will enrich our lives, and they've got something that is important that they need to get off their chest. And that's what we're there for. We're, in these groups, in any group, any psychiatrist, psychologist, support worker, we are really there just to want to listen. And what I've found really is about not being judgmental. And that's one of the huge things that we try to be a part in our group, is not being judgmental. Just sitting there and sort of saying, okay, what have you got to say today? What do you want to share? You don't want to share anything? That's fine. Great. That might be that this month has been really good, or you're still trying to think it out. So I encourage all those people that have taken that first step to continue on that journey, continue on to the second step, continue on to the third step, continue on, and then spread the word. That's what they need to do. I'm about to shoot my dog because he's barking the whole time. No, I'm not. I love my dog, but she always seems to stand there and bark at me the whole time. Anyway, continue to take that first step, continue to take that second step. Just keep on going until you get what you need. And I think that's what I really want to that's what I'm really trying to emphasize here. It's not that I want people in the room. I'd love it if we had a growth rooms and it was empty, or it was more turned into a barbecue and everybody just turned around and we had real conversations without needing a place where that sort of happened. Everybody just had those conversations regardless. That would be ideal, because that would mean that everybody's having true conversations, they're being their true selves, and they feel comfortable enough to be their true selves in any situation. And that would be a perfect and ideal world. But at the moment, it's not like that. And so I encourage all those people that have started this journey and maybe stopped and feeling a little bit embarrassed, feeling a bit of shame, feeling a bit like, oh, what's wrong with me? All of those things are true. You do feel all of those. I've felt all of them. I feel all of them sometimes. I feel nervous every time I go to one of those rooms, but I turn up, and at the end of them, I feel great, because I've unburdened myself. Even though I have a good relationship with my wife, a lot of times they're not about that. They're about other things, but they help. They help me talk. They help me expand on myself. They help me grow. And that's why we call ours the growth room, because we are really trying to grow people and to make them feel excited about their life and about the things that they want to do. So if you have somebody and and you're working with them and they've taken that first step, make sure you help them through the next couple of steps as well, because unfortunately the first step is a fantastic one, but we still need support on each of the subsequent steps as well to make sure that we are continuing on that journey. Anyway, hope this was interesting. Bit of a ramble. Sorry about that. But I find I sort of see these things, and I think we just need to call it out. Not that it's a bad thing, but we need to continue to help people as they make that effort. We need to make sure that we're helping them as well. So make that first step. Continue on, and the rewards you get, hopefully, when you find the thing that you're after, will be enormous. Anyway, hope you're doing well, and I'll talk to you again soon.